We have a very well-designed program here that reaches into not only the theoretical, but the practical and the experiential. But here's the fun part. This is where, the rubber meets the road. This is where all of what's contained in our students' heads is now applied. This is where we get into the practice of the theoretical, and it is essentially the training ground for our students to be able to raise them up into effective, beyond competent, very good counselors. Practicum comes first, and that's 100 hours. Internship is 300, and then there's 2 semesters of practicum at 300 hours apiece. And that's a mix of direct sitting with the client and indirect, like staff meetings, notes. So I think students sometimes even get overwhelmed by the number of hours, but it's not all just sitting with the client. This is not an experience of us walking behind the student and shoving them off the diving board and diving off the highest peak that they can. What we do is we start out at the lower diving board and we scaffold up. When practicum begins, it's about 10 hours per week. Internship does ramp up a little bit more after that first semester to about, over 20 hours per week. What I suggest there is that still fitting in life and being able to work either a part-time or a full-time job is seeking out a site that may have some flexibility that can reflect your life. I think in some ways, having situations where as new counselors we're balancing out all of these different things actually increases our empathy for our clients. And so if that's a population that you want to serve and that you can serve in balance of your full-time job, you might have to consider, well, I counsel until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night to get these hours and to be able to work through the program. So, but I think it does give us a lot of empathy for what our clients bring in their lives as well.